Well, we know Hugh Freeze at Ole Miss can recruit, but can he coach? All eyes are on Oxford to see if the momentum off the field can carry onto the field. Managing editor Pete Futek bringing us the knowledge here today. And Pete, let's start with recruiting. Number one recruit, Robert Kimdichie, is now on campus. Will we be talking about him by the end of the season?
Maybe, but we don't really need to because the rest of this defense is going to be so fantastic. They get just about everyone else back. That's not even including D.T. Shackelford, who might be their best linebacker, who's been hurt the last few years. Mike Mary's a fantastic linebacker. Their defensive front's going to be excellent. Robert's brother Denzel is one of the best playmakers in the SEC. So while, yeah, Kimdichie is going to make an impact early on, he's not going to be Jadeveon Clowney right away, and he doesn't need to be because his defense is going to be fantastic.
All right, let's hit on the quarterback position for a moment. Bo Wallace was solid last season.
Yep.
Definitely, though, some room for improvement. Had 17 interceptions that tied him for the most in the nation. So do you think he has the skills necessary to help take this team to an SEC West
He's going to
title?
be an interesting guy to watch because he's going to be one of those players who comes out and just with a monster game against a big-time team, and you're going to have Hugh Freeze coming at the end of the game saying, we believed in him all along. He is definitely our quarterback. And the next week he's going to come out and throw 4 picks and blow a game for him. He's going to be kind of that up and down, inconsistent guy, but he's enough of a baller, enough of a playmaker where with this veteran team, he'll be all right. He'll put up some big plays. He'll do some good things.
All right, so Pete, be the buzzkill. Ole Miss is
I'm good at
relevant. They're relevant for the first time since a Manning was quarterback. We're
Yep.
talking about Archie, not Eli here. Is it a little too early to get excited there at the Grove?
Yeah, it is because they're still in the SEC West, and it's, again, we're going to be talking about this throughout the offseason and the season. The common theme is going to be look at their schedules. You put this Ole Miss team in the Big Ten or maybe in the Pac-12, and all of a sudden you might be talking 8-4, 9-3, big-time stuff. They're in the SEC West. It's nasty each and every week for them. So, yeah, so the talent might be better, the team might be better, but they might have this great recruiting class. The recruiting class still wasn't as good as Alabama's and Georgia's and a lot of these other SEC teams. So they're good, but there's a lot of other good teams in the SEC West as well.
All right, let's look at the schedule now. We should know a lot more about Ole Miss in Week 3 when they take on the Texas Longhorns. Yep. Is that going to be a big game for them? Obviously, they got drubbed by them by 30 points or more.
But they hung with them for a while, and then Texas took over late in the game, and they blew them out late. But it's a kind of like measuring stick for both programs because Texas needs to rock in this game, too. That's another program with a lot of pressure on them. So, yes, it is a measuring stick for Ole Miss. You beat the Longhorns, and all of a sudden you can think, okay, maybe we can be good enough to beat some of these other SEC teams. But the problem is going to be the schedule. It's just absolutely not fair. You start out this season, you get Southeast Missouri in the middle of this brutal slate of at Vanderbilt, at Texas, at Alabama, at Auburn. And after all that fun, then you've got to host Texas A&M and LSU. You still got to deal with a road trip to Mississippi State. You still got to deal with Arkansas. You still got to play Missouri. So this is going to be a good and talented team, but if they can get to 7-5 with this schedule, all right, it's a step forward.
It is indeed. All right, Pete, thanks very much. For more college football previews, check out the rest of our site, campusinsiders.com.